Hello and welcome to another Sunday and another episode. I don't know. I go back to work tomorrow, working at the office for the first time in almost 5 months. It's the 3rd of August tomorrow, and my last day at work was probably March the 10th of March. It was Wednesday. So I think, yeah. So yeah, that's going to be strange. And that means all of us are back at work. Well, some are still on holiday, but But that's not why you're here. You're here to talk about what I've been doing this week. Mentally, not a whole lot. But I have done a fair bit of crafting. And let's just get into it, shall we? The first thing we're going to talk about is the top that I'm knitting out of Rauma Petunia. And this is the Wildhonning or Wild Honey colorway. And it is a 100% cotton. It's what? A DK weight? And the reason I have a new skein is because I, once again, finished a skein. So here we are, and I'm loving that it's pretty quick to knit, because this is on 3.5mm needles. Like I said, it's a DK weight. It feels quick because these are 50-gram skeins, so you go and that's 110 meters. So you go through them quite quickly. I was down here last week, or last episode, and I put in a good, well actually, I think I put in 2 skeins. Did I? Yeah, because I changed there, and I run out here, and I've changed somewhere down here. Because I think last time I showed you, I had just finished the skein as well. Still a bit to go before it hits full length, but last week I measured this on camera, very unscientific, and decided that I needed, that's not on this one. I'm remembering the wrong top. Well, this needs to be 38 centimeters. 36 or 38 centimeters. And I mean, we're getting closer. Do you have tape measure here? No. Okay. But we're getting closer, as you can tell. Not a whole lot to say, very easy, I will say it's very potato chippy to knit. Not so much the pattern, but because these, I don't want to call them small skeins, they are 110 meters, but it feels so satisfying to see them disappear at a much quicker rate than my other skeins, and so I keep on wanting to knit and finish a skein. And actually I stopped after I put in, well, as we just figured, 2 skeins, because I was like, okay, If I don't stop now, I'm going to just keep on going and I won't have touched my other works in progress. I might have finished this, I'm not sure I would, but hello, how have we met? Oh dear. My home system heard me say hello, have we met, and just opened the camera. Or tried to, because it can't actually, it's not activated, so yeah. But hello. Sorry. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, made a fair bit of progress. I'm not so entirely sure about this bubble pattern, because I can't figure out what tension I need when I go down and basically do this stitch here, which is dugging down several stitches. So I think it looks fine. I think washing will do a lot of work to it, so not really a problem in my opinion. So yeah, done a whole lot of work, and I'll continue to do more of the same. The other thing, which was the thing I measured, is, again, I finished the skein, so it is knit out of smokestack, Reloved Merino, again 50 gram skeins, but this is a light fingering, so it's 230 meters. It takes more to finish a skein, well, it takes twice the amount to finish a skein. But last week we did the very unscientific measurements on my leg. Did use a tape, but you know. Oh, and this is the colorway G047, which is this burnt orangey one. And last episode we were down here by the whale, and that's when we figure I say we. I'm sure you gave your input, that's certain. But I'm the one who made the decision and said I will knit 60 more rounds from here to get the length. I didn't tell you what the other top was. This is the Rauma Aurora top from their Dugna pattern book. Is it 341? Actually, I don't have to guess, it's right here. Yeah. Dugna's hefte. And it's the, I don't know if it'll focus, it's the 341. And the finished top is this. And I am still considering knitting this. It has a much more, this to me has a much more autumn feel, and I'm thinking I have some volumizer DK, which would probably work out for this. But anyway, back to what we were actually talking about, which is the fiddy top. And I said I would knit it another 60 rounds. I am at 10, 20, 31-ish rounds. So halfway up to where I will do the split. Well, I'm more than halfway, but you know, through what I think I need to still be doing. And yeah. The interesting part we'll get to when I get to the V. Well, it's not a V neck, but it's a V pattern in the neck, or on the chest. It'll be nice. It'll be good. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about it because as right now it's just stockinette. And I don't enjoy knitting it as much as I'm enjoying knitting the Aurora top, but again, these are 3mm needles. It takes a lot more time to knit the same amount of rows. Or, well, both rows and the same distance. But it'll be a nice piece when it's done. And my last piece hasn't really been worked on that much when I try to remember if I worked on it, but I mean, I have put in, let me just find out where we are. Oh, it's inside out. Did I bring a skein? No, I didn't. Come on, work with me. There we go. The marker had just disappeared a bit. Or went through to the other side. So, here we are. It worked 2 repeats. 2 full repeats from last time. And this is the Thea Genser by Sadness Garn. And I haven't measured how many repeats I need to do because this is a top-down construction, and the bottom ribbing will be 4 centimeters, so there is a measurement in the pattern, but it also says to knit until you have your measurement minus 4 centimeters. So I'm thinking 35 centimeters, and we're not even close to that. We're maybe halfway. I keep looking for a tape measure that I know isn't here. Well, I'm pretty sure it isn't here. So I don't know why I keep looking for it. But yeah, I think we're more than halfway, I think. But yeah, it's just a case of keep putting in the repeats and then measuring how far we are. It's still an enjoyable knit. Oh, I'm showing you the wrong side. There we go. It's still an enjoyable knit. It's just, it takes longer to do. It takes more concentration. And really, it just hasn't been next to me. I think that's a lot to do with how my knitting progresses through the week. If it's not next to me, I'm not going to work on it. I have to do a conscious thing to work on it. And I don't always remember to switch out my knitting if something is right next to me. The yarn is this one. It's lost its label, but it's the Sandnes Alpaca Silke. And it's very squishy and soft. You do have, it is alpaca, so it does have some of these longer, fluffier bits, but I don't react to them the way I react to mohair, so. And that is what the original is out of. It's out of mohair. Part of me is thinking, wouldn't it be fun to knit this out of the very bright orange you're seeing there. Maybe in a cropped version to put on over, like if I had on a black skirt or trousers and like a black sleeveless top and then that on top of it. Or I don't know, cropped full length as well. Couldn't that be a bit fun? But yeah, gotta finish the first one first. So. Okay, that's all my knitting. I will be adding a colour work knit this coming week. Simply because I'm doing a test knit and it's just been released for test knitting, so, and it's something I committed myself to a while ago, and I already have my yarn picked out, so it's just a question of sorting, really. So yeah, but that's next week. I have been doing a bit of sewing. Let me just stand up. So this is the Rosa shirt. Well, it's the shirt, dress and shirt, so this is the shirt. By Tilly and the Button. I have a bit of chalk that I use to mark the front pieces and so on, and I apparently have a bit of thread as well. I don't know who made this fabric. It is fabulous. It is so cute and fun, and as I said last week, I'd really tried to cut out as many right side up pieces as I could, especially on central pieces, back and don't know if you can see, but on the central back panel I tried to have the little bear and the little rabbit. Or is it the little bear and something else? I don't know. But yeah. I think it's really cute. It has the button plaque. I did finish the sleeves, even though I think the detail is just to finish the seam and then just fold it up. I did fold up the hem of the sleeves. I did a double fold to hide the edge, and then did the fold ups. And just because I know from my shirt dress mainly, because I've been wearing that for years, I have hand stitched this side down, because when you wash it, this side won't come down, but there's nothing securing it per pattern, so just adding a couple of stitches here will mean that it stays up here, which means it won't fold down on the other parts, and the same on this side. So yeah, I actually sewed on the buttons this morning and finished doing the buttonholes. Not entirely sure how much I love the button placement. I think it might be, I might have pulled it or something when I put it on to figure out where I wanted to put maybe a wore different bra, who knows. So I think this button is a little lower than it should be. I think it should be a little higher, but I did increase all the pattern pieces by 1 centimeter. Now, that will be fine, well, except for the colour. That is fine, except for the back yoke. I should have increased that by 2 centimeters because it's the same on the front and back. You have princess seams, so you have a center front and a center side. No. Center front, side front, and the same on the back. So if you're adding 1 centimeter per panel, you're actually adding 2 centimeters. The fabric is slightly stretchy, so I worked it out, no problem. But yeah, if I had thought about it, I would have known better. I didn't. I was more concerned about getting the animals to behave. Wrangling animals, I'm telling you. Now, since I finished this, I went back to what my original sewing plans had been, which was I don't know if you remember, but I had cut out the pattern pieces for the sienna dress and the top of the Ravello dress by Sew Over It from their Summer Dream collection. Something like that. Because I wanted to make the top of the Ravello, I wanted to make the sienna dress, and I want to make the skirt of the sienna dress in different fabrics. And I am starting out doing mock-ups, but wearable mock-ups in fabric I already had, so that when I finish or when I sew the actual garment, it'll be so nice, hopefully. I'll know that it'll fit, and I'll know how it'll fit me. So I started out with the Ravello top, and I'll just show you a photo because I'm not done and it might look confusing right now. So this is what I'm talking about. It is a slightly cropped top, and it's a wrap top, and there are no real sleeves to it. It's just, yeah, it's a built-in sleeve, and I'm making this out of a double gauze which I already had. And it's very soft. It looks a bit odd. The next step is to get in the waistband and also the ties, because the ties are actually connected into the waistband. And the instructions tell you to just sew this sleeve band down in strategic places. That's not really working for me. So what my plan is, and I'll do this as the last step, is to hand stitch this gap, because really what it is, you have the sleeve band and you have it doubled over on itself and then folded over onto the body, and of course attached, and they tell you to stitch it in, I think, like 3 places or something to keep it like this, but then you run the risk of your seam allowance popping out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand stitch, oh Lord, why? I'm going to hand stitch this, which is the where the sleeve band is connected to the body. I'm going to hand stitch this to the edge of the sleeve band, and I'm also going to connect it in 3 places. I just randomly put in pins so you can see what it'll look like. I didn't know. Okay, we're going to do an experiment here. I don't know how this will look. Okay. The Oh, it's not working with this at all. Let's just ignore what's going on up here and just... So... Okay. Something's folding up on itself on the back. As you can see, it's cropped. You do get a small band here, but it is a cropped wrap-up of sorts. And it's not supposed to cling like that, but you know. Oh well. It's just like this little nice top that you can just put on like a wrap. And not put it on top of your shirt. Because that's obviously not what it's meant for. And it does have these tucks here. Oh, tucks, pleats. I will say this fabric here is not helping anything because it's cushy, so it tends to move a bit. This is just mostly to make sure the size is right. And yeah. So I'm thinking it'll look better when you actually have the completed look and it's not, as I said, on top of a shirt. Might have to do a bigger tuck. We shall see. Or maybe I just need to iron it better. So yeah. That's what I'm working on. I'm planning on doing another version of this in some other scrap, but leftovers from a different project. And then do the final in a satin. Because I think part of it is also drape. I think that's it. I hope you have a great week and that you're enjoying the sunshine we're having, if you're also having sun. So, yeah. Have a great week and I'll see you next time. Bye.